promise me we'll always find a way back to each other. That line hit different, right? Because this time, it's gonna be tested for real. Heartstopper Forever, it's not just another season, it's the season that might break our hearts while helping these characters finally grow up. You're watching Screen Explained TV. Screens Explained. Simple. So, where were we? Season 2 left us floating on that perfect mix of love, anxiety, and growing pains. Nick and Charlie were in their happiest phase, but with that quiet question in the air, what happens after school? Now in Forever, that question becomes the entire storm. Nick's heading off to university. And not the 30 minutes away type. We're talking far enough to make video calls feel colder and messages slower. For the first time, distance becomes the villain, and that's where the emotional chaos begins. Because for Nick, it's the guilt of leaving someone who means everything to him. And for Charlie, it's the silence in his room that used to be filled with texts, laughter, and comfort. But here's where things get unexpectedly powerful. This isn't just about heartbreak. It's about becoming. Charlie's storyline in Forever is all about independence. The boy who once leaned on love for safety will now learn to stand on his own. And that shift is what's gonna hit fans hardest. Because it's not a breakup, it's growth disguised as pain. Rumors say we'll see Charlie exploring a more confident, self-assured side, maybe trying new hobbies, meeting new people, and finally realizing that his worth isn't tied to someone else. That's huge for his character. But don't expect it to be easy. There are whispers of new faces entering the story, and one of them could play a major emotional role for Charlie, maybe as a friend, or something more complicated. Meanwhile, Nick's side will be all about struggling with distance. College life, new people, the fear of losing touch, all wrapped around that one promise he made. And let's be real, fans are already predicting that one heartbreaking scene, that call that goes unanswered, that letter that comes too late, or maybe, that reunion that's not as simple as we want it to be. But here's the twist people aren't ready for: this season isn't just a sad one. It's a full circle moment. Heartstopper's creator, Alice Oseman, has said this chapter is about facing adulthood, about realizing love changes shape but doesn't disappear. So yeah, we might cry, but we'll also see them find themselves. There's even a theory floating around Reddit that Charlie might start channeling his emotions into something new like art or writing, which could lead to one of the most beautiful story payoffs yet. And let's not forget the rest of the gang: Tao, Elle, Isaac. Their stories aren't just side plots anymore. Especially Isaac, who's rumored to get a deeper arc exploring identity and connection. So this season might not just break the internet, it might heal it too. Because for every tear that falls, there's a moment of realization, a smile, a step forward toward who they're meant to be. So yeah, Heartstopper Forever isn't just a love story anymore. It's a story about distance, discovery, and holding on, not because it's easy, but because it's real. And when that final scene drops, we'll all be holding our breath, waiting to see if Nick and Charlie truly find their forever. Whatever happens, one thing's clear: this season's gonna hit harder than any before. Stay tuned, because the heart's about to stop, and then start all over again.